Hello, everybody. This is Stephen Whitfield, drilling contractor, and we're here at IADC's DC Tech Forum for Q3 2023. And with me right now is a man who spoke at this forum, Kyle Underwood of H&P. We're going to be talking a little bit about automation, geosteering, a lot of the sort of the cool things that H&P has in its portfolio right now. So, Kyle, thank you so much for joining me today.
Happy to be here.
So, Kyle, in your presentation, one of the things that you sort of talked about was how we look at automation to sort of help maximize wellbore quality while looking at economic impact. So, I guess my first question is, how does automation help us do that?
So that is our H&P bit guidance system. So the bit guidance system is essentially taking all the directional drilling decisions, streamlining that process, look from a survey, bit projection, calculating motor yields, that sort of thing. And at that point, we use our, like a steering form type scenario. We're taking the way that they want to drill their wells. We use our algorithm in the background that's taking, the survey, looking at motor yields, looking at the best well path from where they're at to where they're trying to go. And through that efficiency, putting the slides in where they need to be put in. That it's a lot of time we see an increase in wellbore tortuosity because we wait too long to execute a slide. So we remove that human emotion from that that scenario and let an actual computer design and look at the best well path from where you're at to where you're trying to go.
And you talked about bit guidance, but I also want to ask about this point and shoot system that you discussed here. Now, it's been around for a little bit, but it sounds pretty cool. So can you tell us a little bit about what it is, what it does?
Yeah, so the point and shoot system is the algorithm that's running in the background that gives our directional drillers that are in our ROC the ability to look at, we call them cost curves, that sort of thing, and it's user defined from the operator, and then taking all of our best practices that we have in these specific regions, and it allows us to modify how the wells are being drilled, and looking at that forward convergence plan is a piece of the software that allows us to project out and make sure that we're making the most economical decisions when we're drilling and sliding in the wellbore.
So what are some of these algorithms that you're running with this? I mean, you mentioned like a couple of them. What are some of those?
Another algorithm that's built into the bit guidance system is our formation top detection. It uses a gamma ray correlation. So it's taking that signature. It's allowing us to, the geologist, to put in different type, the different formation tops for, different zones and that through the vertical and curve section. What that allows us to do is as we hit those, we're looking at the gamma ray in real time. So it allows us to send out a notification letting you know where we actually hit it. It's looking at that signature and basically mapping out the different trends that we're seeing with the gamma. As it hits each one of those formations, it allows us to make more accurate decisions on where these formation tops are.
When we use this big guidance systems in the field, what's a sort of average sort of usage for this? What are you doing when we're using this in the field? What steps are we taking?
So there's up front, there's a little bit of work working closely with the drilling engineers, the well site leaders, that sort of thing. And then also, if it's not an H&P rig and we're not running some of our other technologies, you're going to have third-party directional drillers. So we spend a lot of time training everybody on how to use the software, looking at the user interfaces and stuff, and just understanding the workflows, what processes are taking place and that sort of thing.
Well, Kyle, thanks for telling us a little bit about bit guidance and some of the stuff that you guys are doing. H&P's always got cool tools, cool automation tools in its disposal. So it's cool to hear a little bit some more about that. So thanks again.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And thank you for visiting Drilling Contractor.